Terminal World 3 has given us the return of the X-Sabers. Yes, you heard me right. X-Sabers are making their triumphant return to the competitive meta. And if I'm being honest, we could potentially be looking at yet another deck that might make the meta better in 2026. But I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to get straight into it because you guys all already know when it comes to these Terminal World sets, four archetypes, four new cards for each. Excuse me, and a shit ton of reprints. So I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's get straight into it. Kicking things off, we got X-Saber Perina. And unfortunately, it doesn't show the card, it only shows the artwork, but it's all good because this card is a 4-star Earth Beast Warrior Tuner with 1700 attack, 300 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads: if this card is normal or special summon, you can send it to the grave. Special summon 2 X-Sabers from your deck except this card, but destroy them during the end phase. Second effect reads: if this card is sent to the grave as material for the synchro summon of an X-Saber monster, you can apply one of these effects. It can make a second attack during each battle phase. It can attack directly. Okay, let's just be real. This is basically Rescue Cat, or this is basically Rescue Cat on steroids, because Rescue Cat literally allows you to just sack itself for two more guys. That's what this card basically is. That's what this card is. It essentially is a Rescue Cat, or is it Rescue Hamster? I think it's Rescue Cat. It's literally Rescue Cat on steroids, because with its second effect, you're able to basically either make your synchro monster gain gain a second attack during each battle phase, or you're able to make it attack your opponent directly, even though your opponent has monsters on board. This is probably a lot better. Probably one of the better tuners of the archetype than X-Saber Airbellum, because Airbellum is more of an Edison deck card rather than a current meta card, because with X-Saber Airbellum, once it's on board, you get to pretty much rip cards out of the hand, where as opposed to the current meta, there are so many cards in the format that can do that, but even better. There's cards like Triple Tactics Talent. There's Card Destruction, just to name a couple. So this is literally one of the better combo starters for the entire deck. And there really wasn't a good like combo starter back in the day when the archetype was first introduced. I think the only other one that was like good was I think it was X-Saber Rocky Gora. I think it was. I don't remember. It's been a minute. But yeah, definitely a really good starter. Speaking of combo starters, next up we've got X-Saber Bruno, which is a 3-star Earth Psychic Tuner with 1200 attack, 1100 defense, and all 3 of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: if this card is in your hand, you can banish one other Earth monster from your hand, face of field, or grave. Special summon this card. Second effect reads: if this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Saber spell or trap from your deck or grave to your hand. Third effect reads: once per turn during your opponent's main or battle phase, you can, as a quick effect, synchro summon using only Earth monsters you control, including this card, immediately after this effect resolves. So, yeah, this is definitely the combo extender, because if you have if you have Purina plus Bruno in hand, you go normal Purina, use its effect to summon out two X-Saber monsters, which can literally be just about almost anything at this point. Then you go Bruno effect, banish the Purina to special summon this guy out, and then you're just off to the races from there. However, unfortunately, you're not allowed to use Purina's effect if you banished it from the grave, because Bruno's effect you have to banish it from the grave to basically treat Bruno as a separate dragon. But if you're able to use Purina as synchro material, you'd be able to get its effects off, no problem. So not too bad at all. I got to admit, Bruno's effect is actually really good because it's a really good extender to help make double X-Saber Gothams, or perhaps X-Saber Hyunli, or something like that. So not too bad. Next up, we've got Commander Souza, Sword Master. So it's basically X-Saber Souza, but better, if you will. And let's see what this guy can do. So it is a 10-star Earth Warrior Synchro with 2,500 attack, 1,600 defense, and requires a tuner and one or more Earth monsters. And it says that this card is always treated as an X-Saber card. So the summoning requirement is basically Goyo Guardian's errata, but better. That's all. That's literally all I can say. Let's see here. It actually has 4 effects. Think about that, guys. 4 effects. The first effect reads: gains 200 attack for each card for each banished monster. Second effect reads: when this card destroys a monster by battle, you can draw 1 card. Third effect reads: once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you contribute 1 X-Saber monster, destroy 1 card they control. The fourth effect reads: if this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish 1 Saber card from your grave instead. So this is a really good way to just ensure that Souza literally stays on board. So you be able to continue to draw cards and just pop off from there. Not only that, but because of this card's first effect, theoretically speaking, you can actually use cards like Macrocosmos, or even Dimensional Fisher, as a way to pretty much banish any, banish every monster that your opponent has, or every monster that you have. So Souza's attack can go up to potentially up to 4,000 or 5,000 attack, which can help threaten lethal, which is absolutely nasty. The final new card of the archetype is known as X-Saber Gothams. And I want to point out, it is not double X-Saber, it is just a single X-Saber with a single X. Which is a 7-star Earth Warrior Synchro with 2,600 attack, 2,100 defense, and requires a tuner plus 1 or more Earth monsters. And all 3 of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: if this card is synchro summoned, you can add 1 Saber or Gothams spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Second effect reads: when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can discard 1 random card from their hand. Third effect reads, when your X-Saber monster is targeted for an attack while this card is in your grave, you can special summon this card, then change the attack target to it. Okay, so again, this is a good way to get the deck's full power at your disposal, because you can add literally, you can add, I believe, Sword of Sparkles, because I believe Sword of Sparkles is an X-Saber card. You can add Gotham's Emergency Call, Gotham's the other Gotham's Counter Trap. You can literally add pretty much any card that has Gotham's or Saber in their name to your hand from the deck. So it's basically Spell and Trap Rhoda. And its second effect, it literally acts as a confiscation. It's literally confiscation on steroids, where you get to just rip cards out of the opponent's hand one by one every single turn, which is absolutely nasty. And it also allows you to bring this guy out from the graveyard, and the attack gets targeted to this card, which is absolutely crazy. The reprints that will be in the set will be as followed. X-Saber Anu Piranha, double X-Saber Fall Troll, double X-Saber Ragigura, double X-Saber Bogard Knight, double X-Saber Dark Soul, double X-Saber Gotham's, double X-Saber Hyunli, MX-Saber Invoker, Saber Slash, Gotham's Second Call, Gotham's Emergency Call, which I believe that was the one I was referring to, and Saber Hole. So those are the cards I believe that will be reprinted in the set. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. After so many years, we're finally getting good cards for this archetype, because the last time we got any new support for them, it was a long time, actually. In fact, if I remember correctly, let's see. If I remember correctly, the last time we got any form of support for the X-Saber archetype, I believe, was Secrets of Eternity. I believe was the last set that we got. The last set that gave us new support. I believe Duelist Saga was the set that introduced us to MX Saber Invoker, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. It's been a minute, but on that note, I will say that these four new cards are definitely going to help make the deck stronger. But will it be meta? Will it be a competitive deck going into 2026? It's possible, but only time will tell. And on that note, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.